In this video, we will show you how to set up TIM-1000 ready for use. When TIM-1000 is first hooked up to a PoE network, it powers up and the LED ring in the center will give these statuses in the following sequence. The LED turns orange, indicating that the unit has power and is going through its self-test. After 20 seconds, the orange LEDs go off. After another 15 seconds, the LED ring turns on green, indicating that it's ready for use. At this time, TIM does not need any adjustments to output its one Dante audio channel. All features are on by default, and it has already attenuated every steady-state noise in the room. All TIM needs now is a participant to speak. However, the web browser interface will let you personalize TIM's settings to complement your system. If using Microsoft Windows, you will see TIM-1000 as a network resource on the control network. This could take some time to show up. Right-click on the device and select View Device Web Page. A password is needed to access either the Home or Advanced tab. The password by default is Clockaudio. This password can be changed in the Advanced Control section of the Advanced tab. On the Home tab, you will see Features controls, namely the Tracking On-Off toggle, the Noise Suppression On-Off toggle, and the Adaptive Proximity Tracking Settings slider. These three features are what makes TIM what it is. Turning off any of these features will affect TIM's performance. The APT adjustment is the speed at which the input gain automatically balances the different voice levels of all participants. It has 4 settings, including off. First notch is for a ratio of 1.6 decibel per second. The second notch is for a 3 decibel per second. And the third notch is for a 6 decibel per second rise or decay. A 3-band equalizer is also available for the one-channel output, allowing a 20 decibel cut or a 6 decibel boost on all 3 frequency ranges. The 3 ranges that cover speech are 150 to 350 Hz for the low end, 350 to 2000 Hz for the mid-range, and 2000 to 8000 Hz for the higher frequencies. Clicking the Advanced tab will prompt a password request. Enter the password again. This tab is where you can set main and secondary designation, see TIM's IP addresses for both Dante and control networks, give the device a name for easy identification, and time and date settings. In this window, you can also do a firmware update, change the password, and reboot the device. The Setup Device As section is to designate main secondary control operation. TIM-1000 is set to main by default. When using multiple TIMs in the same room, the following units in the control network daisy chain must be set to secondary, and the main's IP address must be entered in the field below. The control network IP address is obtained via DHCP server by default. If a DHCP server is not included, then you may enter the parameters of a static address in the proper fields for the appropriate control LAN. Enter the IP address, the subnet mask, and the default gateway. Then click on Apply Settings. The Dante section device name by default is TIM-1000, followed by the last 6 digits of its MAC address. In this field, you can change the name of the device to a more recognizable name if there are more than one TIM-1000 on the same network. The IP address in this section is either assigned by the Dante chipset, or it can be entered manually in the Dante controller software. The Time Settings section is where the time and date can be set manually, or where a network time protocol server's IP address can be entered. If there's no NTP server in the network, you must set this address to 0.0.0.0 to be able to enter the date and time manually in either the day, month, year, or month, day, year format. The Firmware Update field lets you drag and drop a file for a firmware update, or click the button to upload the file from its location. The Advanced Controls section lets you change the password for added security. You can enter different passwords for the Home and Advanced tabs. TIM-1000 was designed for simplicity. Aside from setting the IP addresses if needed, and creating a crosspoint to the desired DSP input, TIM does not require any setup as such. Thank you for watching. For more information, please visit our website at clockaudio.com.